Hey everyone, this is Martin, and I am getting ready to haul a load of bundles, or load of a bundle of cedar slabs up to the garden area. We are entering into week 3 of our garden area prep, and some people have wondered, well, it's too early to plant. I said, well, we're not planting. What we're doing is just trying to get an area cleared out, tilled up, get some raised beds in there. We've got a greenhouse to go in there, and we've got a lot to do, and our goal is to try to get it done by the end of March. So anyway, today I'm going to haul some of these up. This is going to be part of the raised bed that we're going to have in the garden. And not sure how my tractor is going to deal with this. These are pretty heavy. It's got the strength to lift, but it may not have the weight to keep the back tires on the ground. So we're going to see how that goes. Anyway, stick with us. Getting started right now. I am up in the garden area again, and we have got, it is week number 3. This is the last week of February. It's week number 3, and today is Tuesday. So we have got, I've got at least 4, possibly 5 more fairly large trees that need to be cut down out of here to remove the shade that's going to be shading the garden area and the solar panels. And so we're going to do that today. I'm going to try to get all the rest of the trees down that need to be down, at least on the ground. Then we'll deal with cleaning them up after a bit. This first one I'm going to tackle is makes me a little bit nervous because it's right next to the shipping container and leans a little bit towards the container. So it's going to take a little bit of a special cut on it to try to get it to drop. I'm going to try to drop it over that way against where that tree is leaning, and maybe it'll slide down that tree.
So what happened is, as he was sawing, he thought it was going to go that way, but it pinched his saw. So now it needs to go that way.
So we got saw number 2. That's why my theory, everybody needs at least 2, but 3 or more is better.
Yep.
Chainsaws, that is. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I was in the middle of cutting some wood up in our garden area, and I knew I had one last chain on the chainsaw, and the one I was using was getting dull. So I went to get it, and come to find out that very last chain was a different size. And I don't know how I got that, because I really have never had, I've had this one chainsaw for 40 years, and it's the only one I've had. I'm wondering if the last saw sharpener got someone else's chain mixed up with mine when I was in there. But I've solved that problem. Last fall we went and bought an Oregon chain sharpener right here, and I used it last fall to sharpen up chains, and I love it. So anyway, we're going to sharpen up a bunch of chains here today. This is to mark the chain length, the cutting length that I'm starting with, so that I know when I make it all the way around. Okay, we are down to the last big tree in the garden area, which is this one right here. And for the garden, I don't think it would need to come down, but we're going to fence in the area outside of that, and I'm afraid that if we do that, if we ever do need to take it down, it's going to crush our fence. And then plus it casts an early afternoon shadow into the area where the solar panels are going to be. So
One
far,
more.
Yeah, one more. We've had pretty good success so far of dropping them where we want. They haven't all gone the way we wanted them to, but we hope this one is, because it's going to be headed towards the container again, but I think I can keep it away. All right, here we go. are getting ready to mount. This thing will be our water tower, and it's actually going to set partway up the side of the container here. And we're going to put some feet into the ground for it. The garden is going to be right over here in this area. There's our pile of topsoil. And so what we're going to do is we've got a hydrant right here that we can get water from, but then we also want to catch rainwater off the top of the container here and collect in this so that we can use as a gravity feed watering system for the garden. What say you?
The reason why you want to use rainwater is because that is more pure water for your vegetables, and chlorinated other kind of water, even well water, has chlorine in it. So that's the best kind of water for your vegetables and garden.
And what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple of tall posts out here and then cut them to the right height. Back here against the container, we're going to set a post right on this I-beam lip here that will support the back side of it. Then we'll have it all attached to the container so it won't fall over. Anyway, we're getting ready to start that right now.
Okay. I'm hearing owls. That means it's late.
Because there's the sun
Yeah.
going down. But here's the start of our water tower. So here we are. We are on the last day of week 3 of getting our garden area prepped up and ready for this spring. And what are we going to do today?
Today we are going to go ahead and put our water tank up.
Which is right there. It's going to go up there.
And we are also going to let that be the water tank that catches the rain. And then we're also going to be putting up 2 of our raised beds. Yay! And possibly putting in mulch in them and dirt.
Right, so this is just sitting up here temporarily right now. It will be up here permanently eventually, but we did not have enough lumber to finish out what I want to do here before we set it on there permanent. So anyway, but that's where it's going to sit. So on the raised beds, what we're looking at doing is we're going to put 2 or 3 rows of them kind of as it terraces down the hillside here just a little bit. And this is not a real steep hill, but enough so that we're going to use the raised beds. And I've got a water hydrant over here. It's probably about 7 or 8 feet away from the container, which right now you can see the shadow of the sun is blocking some of it out here, but as the sun comes higher in the sky as we get into spring, that's going to shorten up, so this will get mostly sunlight here. And I want to go from that hydrant over to, we're going to just mark it off on this log that's laying here that we have not cut up yet, to get a straight line parallel with the container here. And that's where we're going to put the first row of beds. Will be right here, and then we'll do the same thing just down the hill farther too. Okay, we're going to start with getting the line onto the pole here on the hydrant and measuring back. I think we got 79 inches. Okay, we've drilled the first few holes for the first bed. And as you can see, when you get down in here, this is Missouri soil, and it's almost all entirely clay. Now the top, about 6 to 8 inches of this topsoil is actually really good brown or good black dirt, probably from centuries of decaying leaves and sticks and stuff like that. But you get down below that and it's clay. So that's why we're putting raised beds in, to try to get the topsoil up to where at least we've got a good probably 1.5 feet worth of topsoil, maybe even as much as 2 feet when you add what's already here. And that's what we're shooting for, is to avoid all of the clay and get up to where the soil is good. Here's the sides of the raised beds in the garden. It's the sawmill slabs, that's the cutoff side. There's the outside edge. And we're gonna go about right there with them. All right. Okay. Go ahead and get the other one in. This 2x4 that we put on there to kind of hold the 3 posts together, this one will come off. This is the center one, and it will tie the 2 sides together. The ends will be tied together with more slabs like those. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.